Welcome back to the Old Barn on Ann Street, this beautiful fall day in Shelburne, Nova Scotia. I hope you got a chance to watch last week's episode where we talked about the Empty Bowls fundraiser, which is coming up next weekend here in Shelburne, courtesy of all the amazing potters here in Shelburne. If you didn't get a chance to, I encourage you to go back and watch it. You can click this link and go back and watch that. And even better yet, make a donation, as it gives you instructions on how to do that in that video. I'd love for you to give to this wonderful cause. In today's video, we're going to go back to last October, and see what we were working on in the barn. And one of my favorite projects, I hope you enjoy. We're really making some progress here, and it's pretty exciting to see these last few days, everything start to come into place. Janet has moved her stuff, or in the process of moving all of her stuff into the studio space. She's used this space for a month or so now for classes, but now she's finally moving her actual workspace in here. And the reason why we waited was because we had to wait till the classroom was done in the back, where the slab of concrete was poured, so she could move the classroom tables out of this space back there. Now this is opened up. So it's one of those kind of things where one domino has to fall before all the other ones do. So today, it's a job, more of a woodworking job today, not a big construction or we're going to jack it up the back of the barn. But today, I want to show you what today's job is. And it's one that I think will be really satisfying when it's all said and done, and one that I hope Janet will really like. But what I'm going to do today is make her workstation look like it fits in an old barn. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is Janet's hand building work table. I mean, back here she's got a couple of the wheels, but this is those you can just set up and use. But this work table is where she makes all of her hand built clay. It's where she does all of her glazing. Everything is over here. Now, this, as you can see, is just a one of the white MDF type thing, or I forget what it's called, melamine type thing, that has a really great surface for working with the clay, and things don't stick, and she does everything. It's just really good for that. The problem is it doesn't look like it fits in here. Plus, when we bought it, we just put temporary legs underneath when she was using the house, the space at the house for her workshop. So it's just kind of some sawhorses. So what I need to do is make proper legs and dress it up so that it looks like it fits in this barn. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. Here's the final product. It looks like it fits. Has a better look and fit for the barn than it did before. So all of this wood here, every bit of it, is reclaimed wood from the barn. Things that were in the rafters or offcuts of other stuff that we've used. I mean, it's all wood that was in the barn. And it's interesting because, this white, a few different spots here and down here, I was able to use some white trim. There was some old door trim up in the rafters of the barn. So that's what I used, but there wasn't enough to do the whole thing, so I kind of had to mix and match and kind of, make it look like, whatever, like mix and match. But Janet didn't care. She said that added to the look. But I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. And here it is, her work table in her studio in the barn. Love it. I think this is one of my most satisfying, rewarding projects today. I love all the projects we do in this barn, the way we keep the old look of the barn, using the wood from the barn. I keep thinking I'm almost out of wood, but we keep finding more in parts of the barn, and we're just stretching it as far as we can. And I'm loving the look of all of that. Every time I walk into Janet's studio, I love the look of her studio space, her workspace there. It's just amazing. I hope you like it too. And now we're going to turn our attention to something a little bit more utilitarian in the project of the barn last fall, and let's see what the clip is for next week. First time I ever built stairs, full disclosure, I did have to build it twice. Thanks for joining us this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Old Barn on Ann Street. Why not click on the portrait of the barn, become one of our subscribers if you haven't already. We'd love to have you as part of our subscriber family. And in the meantime, have a good week. We'll see you next week on The Old Barn on Ann Street.